Good evening, everybody. It's so lovely to see you all. I do hope you are well and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. I am Claire, otherwise known as Heavenly Sprinkles, and I love saying it. I am going to be your medium for the evening. So I always like to explain who I am, how it works. I like to do a poem, and then we move into our evening of mediumship. Now, what I would also like to do, because Richard said the other presenters do it, is if you have got a reading or you are having a reading and you feel brave enough, it isn't pressured, you are welcome to come on and we can have a voice-to-voice chat. And I say voice-to-voice because I know not everybody wants to be on screen. So if you do get a reading and you want to be able for us to have that chat, that voice-to-voice, you are welcome to come on. All you've got to do is in the comments when I come and work for yourself is to just let Richard know that you would like to voice your responses. Like I said, you don't have to do it face to face. You are welcome to just keep it as it is, just your voice, and we can just hear you lovely. I just thought it'd be nice to start seeing if we can bring some people on and have that lovely connection. So as I said, I'm Claire, Heavenly Sprinkles, and I'm a spiritual medium and psychic. What I mean when I say spiritual medium for me is literally what you see is what you get. It is an evening of having a chat with your loved ones. And I have the honour of being on this show and having this show fortnightly, and it's absolutely lovely to meet you all. So lovely, exactly, Richard, lovely. Now, what I'll also ask you is if you are on TikTok, because we are trying so hard. I almost got Richard there. If you are on TikTok, could you please go and check out SPTV UK? If Richard will put the link down, no doubt. But if you just type in SPTV UK and give Richard a follow on there, that would be absolutely possible. The reason being is, you did. Yeah. Richard had a moment, and I'm going, do you want me to be your mod? Do you want me to be? He was ignoring me, everybody. He was ignoring me. The reason why I'm asking for you to follow SPTV, one thing is because it's nice to do something like that, but also it enables Richard to reach 1,000 followers. Once Richard has reached his 1,000 followers, and we are there, we've got about 50 odd people left, I think it is. It means that Richard can then broadcast on TikTok as much as Facebook and YouTube. So it allows us presenters to be able to showcase the world of spirit, with whatever we do, whether we're doing it in a form of mediumship, card reading, artistry, the lovely show that Nick hosts with Karen, or whether it's just as Richard does on the Wednesdays, does that live from spirit where he gives an opportunity for new mediums to present an evening show. So as I said, if you can share with SPTV, that would be absolutely amazing. Let's get him up to 1,000. Then if you want to come and find me afterwards, you can come and find me afterwards. I was really chuffed. I got up to 5,000 followers today. So I was like, yay! So we'll move into the evening now. Richard, if you could start bringing up the hellos. If I don't actually get to mention you to say hello, please know that this is the first big hello out from me and Richard, or as I jokingly call him, my spiritual digital guide. So Richard, if you can bring up the names. Hi, Timmy! So we keep plugging at SPTV. Hello, Mrs. BM. Now, what I say is you have an opportunity to watch us on Facebook. And if Facebook's wibbly wobbly, you have the opportunity to go on YouTube. And fingers crossed, in the next couple of days, we can get Richard on TikTok. And then you've got the option of watching TikTok. Spirit keeps giving me images of black. So I know that TikTok is on the verge for Richard to be able to broadcast on now. Hello, Cheyenne. Lovely to see you. Lovely to hope you are well. Hi, Elaine. Lovely to see you. Good evening. It's quite funny. Some of your pictures I recognise from TikTok or my own page. So good evening, Elaine. Hi, SJ. Jane, I hope you are well. Lovely and good evening to you. Hi, Suzanne. Good evening. It is. I feel like I've been everywhere today, although I've but it has a little bit of a TikTok day, as I say, and a little bit of a Facebook day as well. So good evening. Hello, Deborah. Lovely to see you. Love that you're saying hello to everybody else. Now, what I always say is if you recognise somebody's name, please please say hello to each other, because we are a community. We are all about sharing the world of spirit. And I always say, how do you become friends if you don't say hello? So before we move into our evening of mediumship, my guides asked me a while back to start sharing poems. Poems because part of it is that I do addresses at spiritualist churches and centres, and we have an address. It's basically inspirational speaking, but I never feel completely eloquent. So your loved ones do come forward with poems as a way to inspire you, a way to allow you to have a message if I can't come to you. Now, I will say today is because Spirit inspired me, but it was from the Disney film Coco. Basically, I watched the last 5 minutes and was crying my eyes out, because that film always makes me cry. But again, it would be because it's all about the world of spirit. And my guys come in and went, you need to use the song that they sing, which is Remember Me. Now, I'm not going to kill this song by singing it, but I am going to read it in a poem, because your loved ones want you to be able to make connections, and I want you to be able to make connections in the here and now. So if you watched Coco today on, I don't know if it was on Disney or if it was on the main TV. I just know that Coco was on my TV when I walked in the door. You know what kids are like. Know that it's your loved ones who are giving you a little nudge along the way. So this is called Remember Me. Now, I am not going to try and say the Mexican part, because I'll probably end up looking like a complete and utter prat. So I'm just going to stick to the English bits. It says, remember me, though I may have to say goodbye. Remember me, don't let it make you cry. For even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing a secret song to you each night we are apart. Remember me, though I travel far. Remember me each time you hear a sad guitar. Know that I'm with you the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again. Remember me. Then we've got a bit of Mexican, which I'm not going to try and embarrass myself. Now, Richard's singing along. If you close your eyes and let the music play, keep our love alive, I'll never fade away. That's repeat several times. And the last part. Remember me, for I will soon be gone. Remember me and let the love we live on. I know that I am with you the only way that I can be. So until you're in my arms again, remember me. And like I said, I wasn't going to kill it with the song. If you are interested, if you just type in Remember Me duo with Coco, you'll get the actual song. I'm not going to kill it. But the poem was so important because I was sitting there and it was reminding me, and my guys and my own loved ones were stepping forward to saying that things like a song just in a Disney show can give us that link and that connection to the spirit world. A poem that I share can give you that link. A song that your family members and you shared, a joke, just playing a game can sometimes be your link to the spirit world. And with this one, this lovely little poem is to remind you that even though they are far away, even though they may be out of reach, that doesn't mean they don't love you, doesn't mean that you're not in their hearts, and doesn't mean that they don't walk beside you. It's just that they're out of sight, but they'll always be with you. And when that day comes for you to reunite, you'll have the biggest huggle ever. And I'm going to close that little poem down, and I hope that's giving some of you, if I don't get through to you, a little bit of comfort and reassurance. So thank you so much. So now what we do is we move into the evening of mediumship, and I'll just explain how it works, especially if you've not seen me before. So as I said, I am a natural medium, just basically, it just means I chat to your loved ones. And this evening is all about us having a chat with your loved ones, having that connection to the spirit world. And how I do it is I generally keep it very relaxed in my manner. So I do like dates, months and names. I'm a Virgo. I like structure. I do like a list. However, there is also a bit of Leo there as well. And I like to allow your loved ones to allow the conversation, that flow of conversation information to come from them, rather than me giving them a structured, what do you do, this, and this. So this is just to so I'm going to be, as she says, I've got somebody coming through. That's why someone's just started jumping in here. So they will give, like I said, give me names, dates and messages, and they'll pass them over to you. I do work directly. So basically what happens on a digital platform is your loved ones just shout at me and say, stop, and they'll either tell me where I need to go. If I don't come to you, however, if you're listening, names, dates, months, messages, they all resonate. Remember that it feels right in our tummy, not in our heart. Please take it. Please let know your loved ones are coming through with you. That's because your loved ones know that you're sending that connection up to the spirit world. So sometimes they jump on the bandwagon and start chatting away. So you do have an opportunity here, because it is a digital option, to be able to say who you'd like to speak to. You're welcome to say who you want to. You can say mum, dad, nan's, granddad. You can give me a name, relationship, or you can just say you'd like to have a link and a connection, and I'll let your loved ones go through. All right, and like I said, I'm plugging it right to the end. If you are on TikTok and you're waiting for me to come to you, hop over to TikTok, and why not let us know in the comments whether you are a TikTok follower or you are a newly TikTok follower, because if we can get Richard up to that 1,000, that would be amazing. If I can get Richard up to 1,000, I'll be well chuffed. Right, let's see. Okay, I've been given the name Daniel. KJ Hearts. I'd like to come to KJ Hearts on Facebook, please. But I know I've got to give the name Dan, Danielle, Danny. I know that name's important somewhere along the line, but KJ Hearts with a Z, I'd like to come and work with you, please. I've also got to give you the name Kimberly. Kimberly is what I want to say. And what other name? I'll find out in chat in 2 seconds. Just give me a name. And Peter. Oh, bless you. She's coming in strong. She's like whoosh, but she's telling me Kimberly's important, and she's telling me Daniel or Danielle, and then the Peter. So these are important names. Don't get stressed out if the names don't make sense or they don't resonate. They'll make sense along the line. They always do. She tells me that September is a significant month. This is a birthday, passing, anniversary. The same for August, and what other month, my lovely? June. So she tells me September, August and June would be significant months for you, birthday, passings and anniversaries. And she's telling me the 14th. So there'll be a birthday, passing and anniversary in or around the 14th is what she tells me. Okay, thank you very much. I need to give you Kelly as well. I know you're a kicking cur. I always call it kicking cur and curly cur. It's having kids, but I need to give you name Kelly as well. Okay. She's given me a memory link for you, KJ. I've got, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle, here's my spout. So this would be a memory link with this lovely lady, this lovely Nan, and she's talking to me about teapots, and either you was possibly doing, I'm a little teapot, short and stout, because she's telling me that that is significant song or a memory link. Okay. Right. She's also talking to me about how at the moment things, although I know you said the best you missing her, she's telling me that you feel a little bit out of sort at the moment. So out of sorts is what she's telling me. Okay, well, she's telling me that it's a little bit like you don't know, thank you. You don't know which way is up is what she's telling me. It's a little bit like, don't know what, thank you very much. A little bit of which way is up at the moment. I feel a little bit topsy-turvy, which she's telling me. She explains, yes, is her cousin. Okay, thank you. She talks to me about, okay. She tells me that, you don't understand, so I'm glad you understand. So she's drawing me to the telecontrols. So I know things feel, okay, thank you. She's telling me it's a bit like, because you can't settle on one TV program. So I don't know for yourself whether it's kind of like things just a bit stressful and you can't really focus on one thing to another, because she's telling me about how you're kind of flipping from TV channel to TV channel to TV channel. So she sits beside you and she says, oh, we get right into a TV show and then you're like, no, I can't do this. So she's just telling me how it's kind of like flick, 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 flick. So I will just get into a program with her. She does sit beside you. So you might have that. I always call it a feeling. It's the old walking over your grave phrase, is what to say. But she tells me my left side is tingly. So you might find you've had a bit of a tingling sensation or tingling in the back of your neck and thought, oh, it is her letting herself be known to you. But it's a little bit like, okay, says me, you wish it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true to have her still have her. So she's telling me like it isn't good to be too good to be true because she's coming through with you. She liked the flowers. I need to tell you, I like the flowers. Okay, and she's now given me an imagery of a flower, and I need to figure out what this flower is. So she likes the flowers. What are them flowers? Give me a better picture. Oh gosh. What they look like? Lilies. Lilies. I've got to give you Lily. So unless the name Lil or Lily makes sense to you, KJ. She tells you lots of flowers and she's giving me lilies. And I keep seeing, oh my gosh, I'm not a gardener. They're the flower. Oh, okay, let me see if I can describe them. They're like, yeah, it's tiger lilies. I need to keep giving you lilies, but you know the flowers. I'm sure it's lilies as well. It's got like the little black. This is. I'm not gonna be able to explain it. Lovely. Give me a different flower. I need to give you forget-me-nots as well. I'm not going to try and figure that flower out. It's going to drive me mad because I know the flower, but I can't see it. Ah, okay, she's giving it to me. Right. Okay, here we go. This is all fun and games. Trying to use flowers when I'm not a gardener. Do you remember the flower that people call it bunny ears flowers? Because the little flowers look like rabbits. Richard, you might have to Google this one for me. And somebody else is a gardener. They look like, oh, thank you. Right. You got to find Google flowers that look like bunny rabbits. They're called bunny rabbit flowers. They're called bunny rabbit flowers. But that's all I keep seeing. KJ, I apologise if none of this makes sense to you. I know the lily's important, the tiger lilies, and she tells me she likes the flowers. But I've got to give you a flower. Bunny bloom larkspurs. Larkspur. Anyway, I'm not going to try and break. Thank you, Richard. You can always type it if you need to. Okay, Jay, I know we kind of went off a tangent about flowers. It's always never easy when they give me flowers, your loved ones, but I know flowers are significant. She tells me she loves the flowers that look like little bunny rabbits, and also she tells me tiger lilies, and lilies are important for you. So I'm going to give you them bits, right? Let's come off that one. Okay. She's asking you to not get so stressed out about trying to find answers at the moment. She's telling me it's about needing to do some healing instead. However, she makes me feel that you're really trying hard to get a definitive answer on things that you want to do or resolutions. And she's like, do you know what? You need to give yourself a bit of a break and give yourself some time out to heal and recover. She tells me, I've got to give you Smith is important. The name Smith would be significant. She's telling me. She's telling me Smith's important. What else? Give me something that KJ can take as present day that she's okay. You've been seeing lots of 2Ps everywhere. If it's not you, KJ, it'll be somebody else around you who's been seeing lots of 2Ps. It'll be a way just of them letting you know. I get pennies quite a lot, but this time she's telling me it's like seeing lots of 2Ps. So you might be finding there's a bunch of 2Ps somewhere when you've been walking around, or you might find that some 2Ps start popping up in and around you and you're a bit like, where do they come from? And she tells me the song Coco, Remember Me, is important. But she says she knows she won't be forgotten. She says, because I won't allow anybody to forget me. Oh, bless her. She's got a bit of a character to her. I am going to send her all her love. She just wanted to come in to give you reassurance that she moved over into the spirit world. She is all settled. She just wants you to not put yourself under pressure to try and be everything and anything at the moment. It's all about taking time out to heal. And she says to me, I like the flowers. And with that, I'm going to close your connection, KJ, and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. I hope your message is giving you lots of comfort, and say thank you very much. And that is generally how it works. So Richard, if you can bring up some more names and we'll see where we go with that. Remember, if you have just recently joined us, welcome, good evening. If you've joined us on Facebook or YouTube, it's absolutely amazing. Hopefully we can get Richard up to the 1,000 for the TikTok. So Richard, if we could have some more comments, please. Thank you very much. Actually, I need to stay in the red. Apparently somebody in spirit world wants me to stay in the red. Kerry Setchwell. Kerry Setchwell is and I need to speak to, please. Hello, Kerry, I'd like to come and speak to you if that's okay, or work with you, shall I say. Okay, all of a sudden I've got to give you rainbows. Instantly, as I'm making that connection with yourself and your loved ones are coming through, I've got lots and lots of rainbows. So even that means that either you work in the NHS, because ever since COVID, rainbows have always meant the NHS with me, or you've been seeing lots of like rainbow colours bouncing off the wall. So that's the first thing I need to say, that I need to recognise rainbows as being significant for you, Kerry. Okay, I'm being told that you're here, there and everywhere at the moment. I'll find out I'm chatting to in 2 seconds, that you're here, there and everywhere, because it's like, do you know what? You're not getting much downtime, and I keep being told T for two, T for two, T for two. This is, okay, there's 2 people stepping in for you. I've got a lady and a gentleman, but I need to differentiate whether these are both for you, Kerry, or whether it's one for Terry. They've got Kerry and Terry. Okay, the gentleman, and then I'll know where to put my gentleman, because I was kind of between Kerry and Terry. Somebody would have a memory link of their granddad, if it's not their dad, drinking, this is awful, drinking tea out of the saucer. It's something that they used to do back in the day. So, Kerry, I don't know if that part resonates with you, or whether that would resonate with Terry, because I know I've got 2 people. I've got a lady and gentleman, but I was drawn to both your names, and I'm just trying to place whether I need to be with Kerry or Terry. So I'm just going to ask both Terry and Kerry on YouTube whether either of you can take the gentleman sipping tea out of the saucer, the cup and saucer. I'll let you guys say yay or nay. I bet you both say no, to be honest, and then I'll be right in the pickle, won't I? Right, I'm letting Richard find out whether I got a yes or a no. Okay, so loves the rainbows. The rainbows was connected more to the ladies than the gentleman, but I want to recognise this gentleman first before I start working with him and her, because they're both coming in, but they don't feel like they're connected. So I'm just going to let Kerry and Terry answer. Right, okie dokie. Right. So Terry Scott, I used to work for the NHS. Okie dokie. Kerry, I've got the lady for you, and Terry, I've got your granddad. Right, okay. So Richard, if you can just bring Terry's comment back for 2 seconds, please. I've got really bossy tonight. So I used to work in the NHS. My brother currently works for the NHS. Cup and saucer would be my granddad. Right, okay. Terry, I'm going to come to you afterwards with your granddad, and I'm going to carry on working with Kerry with the rainbows. This is what I mean about double links. Your loved ones start working together, and I knew the rainbows were important, but important for both NHS and rainbows. Not a problem, Kerry. The cup and saucer part belongs to Terry. Terry, I'm going to give your granddad to you in a minute. Kerry, I'm going to work with your lady that's coming through. Okay, this lady that's coming in, she does make me feel that she struggled with breathing problems, and I want to take a deep breath. And with you, Kerry, we've got you coming from pillar to post. So there is this, she's telling me there is this whole being pulled from one direction to another. So she says to me, she's been watching you being pulled from one direction to another. Okay, come and talk to me about Kerry. Come and come and talk to me. Right, Kerry, I'm being asked to say to you, you need to put your best foot forward, that you need to make decisions that are right for you, is what your lovely lady is telling me. Make the decisions that are right for you, not necessarily always fitting around what is right for everybody else, is what she's telling me. She's telling me how at the moment there's been a lot of putting other people in front, trying to put them as your priority. However, there hasn't been much time for yourself, is what she's telling me. So she wants you to instantly start thinking about what's right for you. There is a joke about a picture frame that's never straight, is what she's telling me, because I'm asking her to give me some present day stuff. So there would be a memory, it feels like a memory link, but would also be present day, about a picture frame not ever being dead straight. So either yourself would be somebody that's got to make sure the picture frame is dead straight, or there is a picture frame around you that isn't being put up dead straight, because she's telling me how she would like things dead, like even, is what she's telling me. She tells me that May is a significant month, birthday, passing, anniversary. She tells me that June is significant. That would be a birthday and passing anniversary. And she tells me April. Why did we go that way round? But never mind. She tells me April is significant. And I've got to give you the name Michael. If Michael doesn't fit for yourself, Kerry, then it'll be Terry. But Michael's significant as well. I've not had a Michael for a long time, but she's telling me Michael's significant. She's telling me that Andrew's significant as well, as an important name. And she's, oh, what other name do you want to give me? And I want to give you Carol as well, Kerry. So she's telling me Carol's important. You might not be able to resonate with these names completely. It may well be that they link with Terry. She knew someone moved on something, okie dokie. Like, sounds like my auntie. She knew someone moved something, excellent, okie dokie. Like I said, please don't get worried about the names. If the names don't resonate with you, that's fine. Sometimes they fit in a bit in place. Right. Somebody wants to change their lamp as well, their lights. Somebody wants to get their lights changed, because she's talking to me about the lights, and she's drawing me to my lampshade, and she's like, I want to get your lampshade changed. Okay, cool. My cousin, also January, my auntie, others. Okie dokie, thanks. So Terry can take Michael, my cousin, also. They're chatting together. Your auntie, your lovely lady in spirit, Kerry, she's a helper. I'm not saying that Terry Granddad's not a helper. She's a helper. She's somebody, she tells me about how she would bring people together and help them communicate. So she's very much of a doer in the spirit world, is what she's telling me. She'd be and she's somebody in spirit and in present day. No, hang on, put that on the earth and in spirit. I've got to put it around the right way. Who would be a bit of a coordinator and organizer, getting one person chatting to another. And she tells me how you're very similar in that way. You're the one that gets this person organized and that person organized. But what she's asking for you, though, is now to make yourself a priority, make yourself important, is what she's telling me. And somebody, either you or Terry, has bought a rock salt lamp, or has been looking at a rock salt lamp, because she's like, go and spend a little bit of money on yourself, Kerry. Come give me anything else present day for you for Kerry. And I need to give you Alice. The name Alice is important as well for you, Kerry. Your lovely auntie just popped in just to say hello, but also she's just seen how much you've been doing for everybody else, and how it's now about you putting your best foot forward and doing something for yourself. And although decisions and changes that need to happen in your life, she's telling me that you need to make sure that they work for you as much as they work for everybody else. She said, because it's easy for you to put other people's priorities before your own. And with that, Kerry, I am going to close your connection down and hope your message is kind of giving you a little nudge in the right direction. What I will ask, though, is for you to continue to listen to Terry's message, because I know your two loved ones are having a good old chinwag up there. And sometimes what happens is the message passes over as well. Okay, so Terry says, I used to have a rock salt lamp, but it's broken, so you can spend some money. Alice was my great nana's name. Okay, thank you, Terry. Yes, go on then, Richard. Richard's just going to bring up Terry's previous messages so I know where we got. Okie dokie. So, Dad, I need your help right now. I hope you come through. Okay, dokie. I used to work in the NHS. Brother works in the NHS. Cup, salsa. Would be Granddad. Brilliant. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm talking it out loud. That's how my brain works. I can take Michael. My cousin can also take Andrew. My auntie Carol, but Carol. Brilliant. Thank you very much. And I can understand why my granddad's come through with your Aunt Kerry. Ah, right. I think it's just because your names rhyme, Kerry and Terry. It's probably, that's how I work, but I could, excellent. So Terry says she can understand why my granddad's come through with your Aunt Kerry. Excellent. Right, Terry, I need to come to you anyway, because your granddad's a chatty man. He is a chatty man, but both Kerry and Terry, your lovely people in spirit, are very caring individuals, and they like to reassure. They're telling me they like to reassure and help other people's family members come through. Okay, somebody, Terry, wanted to be a postman, unless they are a postman, because your granddad say it's a bit like being a postie. You can bring your messages through as well. Right. Terry, your granddad's going, do you know what? You're never going to get, okay. You're never going to get off that carousel if you don't actually stop it. So there is this feeling at the moment, you feel like you're going around and around and around and can't get a resolution or a solution. But what your granddad's saying, you've got to get off it in the first place before you can come and find a solution. So the feeling is for you is that things, as we said, is there's a thought that's kind of going around and around and around and around, but your granddad's like, well, you need to actually stop first and figure out what needs to be done first before you can take any actions. I don't want Terry to get told off. I don't want anybody to get told off. Come through. Thomas is important as well, Terry. Thomas has just told me it's important for you as well. I'm not sure about someone waiting to be okay, don't worry. That may well fit with Kerry, that somebody wants to be a postman. Remember, they do have a chin wag with each other. Okay, right. Give Terry's Oak present day. That's not nice. Yes, on a merry-go-round. Terry or Kerry, but I know I'm focusing my work with Terry. Somebody's a bit naughty when it comes to driving and doesn't like stopping at red lights, or if there is an amber light, they will kind of go through. So even though amber's kind of like a get ready to stop or get ready to go, somebody's like, well, it's still amber. Now, that may not be relevant to you. I'm presuming you're a fantastic driver, but there will be somebody around you that's been having conversations, or you're getting exasperated that they go through amber when really they should be getting ready to stop. I know it's a little bit of irrelevant, but it's just that way of letting the spirit world show that they are around us. Okay. Terry, they're talking to me about, and that would be me. Oh, no, I was expecting you to be a good driver. Terry, your lovely granddad's telling me, is telling me how you're trying to find the right balance. He makes me feel like, and as his dad's coming in as well, it makes me feel like at the moment it's one thing after another with you, and it's trying to find a balance. It's a little bit like, get one situation sorted out, then another situation kicks in and you're like, that's done. And then another situation happens again. And they've been watching you, but they want you to know that just look how strong you are. The fact that you are overcoming every hurdle that the universe is throwing at you. I've also got to give that somebody is either a fussy eater or hasn't been eating well present day, because they are worried about that person, because all I can see is beans on toast. Not that I'd have a problem with that, but they're telling me somebody is a bit of a fussy eater, and either that's been worrying you or just needs a little bit of attention to make sure that that the food, that they have a variety of flavors. Okay. Although he says he did like his fish and chips. Oh, bless you. He does like his fish and chips, he said. So he still thinks he's fish and chips. I'm trying to, but I'm not sure how many hurdles I can jump. Terry, they are with you 100%. I've had beans on toast today, nothing else. Well, you need to be eating a little bit more food then, but I don't want to tell you off, my lovely, because it sounds like things have been quite challenging at the moment. Your lovely gentlemen or gentlemen in spirit are asking you to, we'll come back to food, take things as bite size. They're telling me that you're kind of looking too far ahead into all the what ifs, maybe buts, and you're kind of thinking, you're second guessing what the outcomes are. And they're telling me at the moment it then stops you or makes you feel anxious that you can't then take a step, because you've kind of frozen that I've got all these things to do and I can't do it. So actually, I really, really don't want to do anything. And what your loved ones are saying is just take it bite size. Take it one day at a time, or take one situation at a time. And they joke that you try to account for every eventuality, is what they're telling me. And they're saying it's not working. But some second guessing, yes. Okay, bless you. You're trying to account for every eventuality, but what your loved ones are saying is when they're not getting anywhere fast, and this is what we mean when we say coming off that carousel, you might not be able to manage everything. You might not be able to do everything on your list. You're not a superhuman. You're not a superwoman. If not, we would all be super people. But what they don't want you to do is getting stressed out over things that you can't control. They want you to focus on the things that make you happy now, the things that make you smile, the things that you can control. Okay. And they want me to take me to the poem that I've got on. I've got loads of little signage around here, and they'd asked me to share this with yourself. God, grant me the sincerity. So I've got to do a look up. I know the poem, but don't know it fantastically. God, grant me sincerity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And this is what your loved ones want you to know, is just focus on the things that you can change and accept that some things are going to be out of your control. But when they do come to you and you have the opportunity to make changes, you'll have that. But they ask you not to put so much pressure on yourself. And I know I'm not the best when it comes to things like that with poems, but I hope it gives you a little bit of reassurance, and know that they are around you, guiding you, loving you, and encouraging you. They just don't want you to think 50,000 paces ahead. Just focus on the paces at the moment that you can do now, the steps you can take now. Oh, and I like how you changed your hair. That's nice, apparently. I've got to pass on. I like how you've done your hair. So Terry, I need to let you know your hair looks nice. And with that, I'm going to send all their love. They're with you, supporting you, and they're going to help you along the way. But they just want you just to focus on the things you can change. And with that, I'm going to close their connection down and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. Thank you very much, Richard. So Richard, I keep getting the blue imagery. Spirits are very, very clever nowadays. They know getting very blue. Hopefully we'll get black, and that will be for TikTok. Because what your loved ones do is they tell me, they go blue, black, blue and red at the moment. So I know I'm either in the YouTube world. I know, exactly. That's what I was doing. So yes, so they'll show me red imagery, or they'll say red. That means I've got to be in YouTube. Then they'll say blue, which means I know I'm in Facebook. And obviously the TikTok imagery is a black background. So that's when they'll tell me that I need to go to that color. So they just place 3 colors. So that's where you say, I'm going red, I'm going blue. And obviously, hopefully, Richard will have his 1,000 to be able to say, I'm going TikTok. Right, Richard, I've got to be in the blue zone. Oh, no, you've just sung Blue Moon. It's not. It's Somebody Loves the Crystal Maze. I've got. I'm sorry, I'm in Richard O'Brien. So Somebody Loves. I'm in the blue zone with Facebook, but Somebody Loved would have. I know. The thing Spirit does to me, it makes me work. There's you singing Blue Moon, and there's me thinking I'm in the blue zone of Crystal Maze. Although I did do that. I did. Oh, Ashley Laird. I want to go to Ashley, please. I got told to stop. She's saying she couldn't juggle. God knows what she's juggling now. It's a bit of out of the blue. So yeah, but talking about, I actually did do the Crystal Maze. I did a Crystal Meet. Hello, Ashley. I did a Crystal Maze in Manchester, the proper traditional one, and I did win 1 crystal. The second crystal I didn't win, but that's another story. We're doing even the mediumship, not me doing a Crystal Maze. Ashley, hello, my lovely. I'd like to come and work with you if that's okay. The first thing I was given, as I said, was blue. And then I just realised we're blue is because we're in a blue zone of Facebook. But you've got a blue butterfly. So blue is significant, thank you. I've got a gentleman coming through, and as I said, I've got to give a memory link of the Crystal Maze, but we are talking Richard O'Brien, we're talking proper 90s Crystal Maze. So this would be a memory link of this person remembering you or somebody around you absolutely loving Crystal Maze as a kid. That's on the hope that you obviously remember Crystal Maze. And the name Richard would be important, not Mr. Richard, producer. We know he's important, but I know I've got to pass that name over to you. I've also got to give you the name Jackie, Jack, or Jacqueline for you as well. And I need to give you the name Harry. Sorry, I said that a bit weirdly. Harry for you, Ashley. So I've got the Richard, Jack, Jackie or Jacqueline, and Harry. Okay, thank you. They're talking to me. Who are you? It's a lady coming in. It's a female would be a lady, but it's a lady coming in for me. She's coming in for you, and Jack was my cat. Okie dokie. She talks to me about the moment that it's nice for you to have some time out for yourself. Okay. I want to be. How do you want to put that, dear? How do you want to talk about Ashley like that? Okay. It's like that you've kind of shut the door and said to the world, ta-ta. I don't think it's Tara, I think it's Henry. Okie dokie. Go with the hat. I knew it was a H and I knew it was the R and I knew it was the Y. So please, if Henry makes sense for you, Ashley, please take it. But she's telling me how you've kind of shut the door on the world and done a little bit of like, no, I need us time. I need us time as a family, or I need me time. And she's telling me that she's glad. This lovely lady's telling me she's glad that you actually took them steps to say, do you know what? No, I've had enough of people, as they say. I call it peopling, because she's telling me you needed that time just to sort of recharge your batteries. However, she's enjoying seeing that you're getting your spark back, is what she's saying. She said, I'm liking seeing your spark. I've got to give you as well, she's producing marmalade. So either Jack the cat was a ginger Tom, or somebody absolutely loves marmalade down here, or marmalade in the spirit world, because she's giving me marmalade and telling me marmalade is significant. So I'm going to give that, unless the cat was a ginger cat, because I just kept seeing marmalade and I kept seeing ginger. So I'm going to pass that over to yourself. Okay. Well, she's gone quiet, so I was just letting her see. Okay. She's talking to me as well, how you've been putting a lot of your own time and energy into supporting the family and getting them on track. But she's loved watching there being balance, that the family have been looking after you as much as you've been looking after them. So she says she was loved watching this balance that you've got. She tells me that October is significant as a birthday, passing, anniversary. November is significant, birthday, passing, anniversary. And June is significant as a birthday, passing, and anniversary. So she tells me that these are significant months for you. Okay. What other do you want to talk to me about? Okay. Somebody's become very independent as well. Like my granny loved marmalade. Somebody's become very independent as well. She's saying she's watched either a family member is walking to school, or learning to cross the road, or crossing the bike. She's saying she loves watching how the family is becoming independent, but there's somebody that's really reached some milestones and is becoming independent, because she loves watching that independence as well. She just wanted to come. Thank you very much, Ashley. She just wanted to come through to say to you how she's relieved that you made that time for yourself, made that time for your family. She's relieved that you have got your sparkle back, and that's what she wants you to know that she's glad to see that these sparkles coming back into your life. She tells me again, it's life's been a bit topsy-turvy and it's a little bit not knowing what's going to happen from one day to the next. She's telling me, but she's watched you. She's watched over you. She's guided you. She's come to your dreams as well, she's told me. She's tried to make herself known that you're not alone, even when you've had times when you think, I can't do this anymore. Because she's saying, please tell Ashley that I have been there. I have been there to give you that support and that encouragement. But she's really, really pleased that you did make the decision to just sort of take some time out for yourself. She keeps placing me in and keeps giving me the Hermit card, which is all about taking time out, working on our inner light, but knowing that you're still shining bright for others. And with that, Ashley, I am going to close her connection down. She really was just to say it was the right thing to do, to give yourself that time. And she just says, thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. And I hope the crystal maze makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then please hold on to it, because you might find it. You click on the TV tomorrow and there it is, Richard O'Brien, crystal maze. And you'll be like, ah, I know what she's talking about. I shall say thank you very much for allowing me to work, Ashley. Look after yourself and take care. And I send all their love from the spirit world. So thank you very much. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I just love how your loved ones work. They like to work, make things work completely different. Right, Richard, could we go again for names? Or are we going to have a break? All right, and we're going to have a quick break, allow people to pop to loo or whatnot, and we'll be back and we'll go from there. So I shall see you in a very few minutes. See you in a short while, basically. Thank you.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
Tomorrow from 6 p.m, SPTV Community Showcase offers our viewers the opportunity to have their own show, be it readings, their own thoughts and opinions, etc. Tomorrow night from 8 p.m, Deb Clark demonstrates her mediumship by offering free readings.
Hello, right, we are back. Right, we've got the usual things when we come through. So Richard was going to go live with Minty May, the lovely Minty, who we need to get on this show because I want to do another working with Minty. But that's now been rescheduled to tomorrow. It's just technical issues. So instead, Richard is bright as a button, apparently. God help us. So he will be on TikTok after this live, and he'll be going live on TikTok. I will come on and I will be there as well supporting Richard, and so he'll be using his cards. You never know, we'll see where that takes us. We do like, oh, have a good friend. Yes, if you didn't, yeah, you can't hear this conversation we're having at this precise moment. Let's put it this way: when Richard is on when Richard's doing his readings, he doesn't look at his phone. And there was a person on there that had very, very strong views. And I'm not commenting, going, Richard, make me a mod. Richard, make me a mod. But he wasn't looking, because apparently he was walking up and down, having his moments, because it is his channel on TikTok. And he's laughing at me. And everybody was going, Richard, Claire's trying to talk to you. Richard, take notice. No, did he? Although you have now made me a mod, Richard, haven't you? So I will be, I'm going to be moderating for Richard. I'll hop on now. The reason being is why I get to have some power is because at the moment, Richard has only been given a 14-day grace to go live on TikTok. And the reason being he wants to go live is because the fact is, as we said, he wants to be able to go be able to do digital platforms on all three platforms. So this is, and obviously TikTokers are not always Facebookers and vice versa. Oh, Christine, you did try your hardest. TikTok and Facebook, sometimes we're not the same people, are we? We have TikTokers and Facebookers, as we say, and YouTubers. So the idea is if we have Richard gets his 1,000 followers, it enables Richard then to be able to broadcast on that. So, but because he's only got a 14-day grace, he's got to use his phone, which means he has to have mods. And then I came in. And you're right, Christine on YouTube, you did try my hardest. You tried. You was in big capital letters. Rich just went to me, I should have WhatsApp. Do you know what? I was going to WhatsApp you, Richard, but by the time you made me a mod, I had to come off. So, yes. So if you want to continue this, not necessarily with me, Richard will be on TikTok after this show. But you still got me for a little bit longer before I say goodnight. And then you see me as a customer going, hello. Right, let's do another couple of people whilst we have got the time. Otherwise, we're going to run out of time here. So, Richard, please bring up the comments and let's do another person in spirit, please. Right. How am I going? Oh, I don't know, Richard. I don't know. I want to go, apparently the next person. Cheryl. So the person in spirit said, Cheryl. Well, they didn't say Cheryl, they just said the next person. The next person that come up on my list for Richard is Cheryl Coning. So Cheryl, I'd like to come and work with you if that's okay. I've got a lady coming in with me and she tells me that you still smell her fragrance. Now with smells, this is going to sound interesting. How do I put this better? The best way I say is if you smell a fragrance from the spirit world, it's more up, I find more higher up into your nasal passage than just like a normal smell. But she tells me that she still comes in to see you and you can still smell her perfume every so often. So you're not going completely bonkers. You are catching her smell from the spirit. Her fragrance, I knew that was going to sound wrong. Her fragrance from the spirit world. I know, Richard just got, I wasn't going to say a word. I was like, I know that just sounds wrong. So Cheryl, you might sometimes get a fragrance, either her fragrance of her perfume or like the washing powder that she used or the conditioner, something like that. You might find a fragrance. She tells me she is coming around you. She chuckles about the rings. They're even there, you've got her rings and she just joked that they're very old-fashioned, but you kind of still want to wear them because she said it brings you closer, but she likes about the rings. There is a piece of jewelry that went to a family member. It's either got lost or nobody can find it because she's saying, please don't get worried about that. So somebody has I smell a lot of things, others don't. Okay, thank you. Then it's your loved ones coming through. There is a piece of jewelry that's gone missing and she's asking you, please don't get lost. Don't get lost. Please don't worry about it being lost. But she is glad about the rings that you've got of hers. Okay, you don't think about rings. Don't worry then, what I ask you to do is hold on to the rings because you might have somebody has a conversation regarding the rings and you'll be like, so please don't worry. Some things they make sense later down the line. Okay. She tells me that April is significant as a birthday, price and anniversary. She tells me May is another significant month, a birthday, price and anniversary. And she tells me August is July, August. So somebody might have been due in July but born in August because she tells me it's on the cusp of July and August is a significant month for you. Okay. She wants to say congratulations. Somebody has either got promotion, got a new house, or got to pass their driving test, because she's telling me pass over congratulations as well for you. There is the name Mary to pass over to you. What other names? I need to give you a Rob or a Robert. And she tells me, oh, okay, it's an unusual one. If you can get this one, I'll be really pleased. But she's telling me Antoinette. Anita or an Antoinette. I've not really had that name before, but it's like an Anita or an Antoinette. She also comes through just to give you, to give you a little nudge to say, give you a little nudge in the right direction. She talks about either you have felt like you're having to do everything on your own, or you feel like you're not getting the support you need, because she's saying she's just coming in to give you a little nudge to make sure that you're doing things that make you happy, not for everybody else. She also talks to me about trying to get out and get some fresh air for you as well, Cheryl. Okay, so Cheryl says doesn't think for you. Okay, right, Cheryl. Okay, so Pauline. Okay, so Cheryl feels like this isn't for her, which is brilliant. Thank you, Cheryl, for your honesty. Pauline, can you take everything else, please? Whilst I wait for Pauline Hardy to see she can take everything else. All right, Richard. Richard is just going to have a look for. I was going to say Richard's going to have a butcher's for you, but that's me speaking. Okie dokie. Right. Okie dokie. Right. Okay. My mum's right. Okie dokie. Right. Okay. So, Cheryl, I'm not going to dump. I was going to say I'm not going to dump you. I don't mean it like that. Cheryl, I know I'm going to stick with Paul. I'm not going to. I'll start again. Pauline, I'm going to come and work with you in 2 seconds. Harley, because you could take everything else. But Cheryl, there was a reason why I came to you, and I know I need to at least pass over a message to you, because I trust your loved ones to completely give me the nudge on where I need to go. I'm pretty sure Pauline came after you, Cheryl, but I know I need to give you a nudge from the spirit world. Your loved ones are saying to be strong and be brave and get yourself out. Take time out for yourself, get yourself some fresh air. I keep seeing daffodils, I keep seeing crocuses. I know the fragrance you said you could take, so please take that as this lovely lady nudging you out there. They just want you to just take some time out for yourself to do something that's nice for you, get some fresh air and enjoy the flowers, is what she's telling me. So she just wants you to pass that on. I know you said you couldn't take everything else. Pauline is able to resonate, but I know I needed to come to you regardless with your message. Okay, come and give me something else. And I need to give you hydrangeas. Hydrangeas are hyacinths. I keep seeing, and heather. If heather's not a name, heather's for you as well. So I'm going to leave your message there, Cheryl. Thank you so much for your honesty. I do appreciate it. What I ask you to do is please listen still, though, to Pauline's message, because I don't shy away from when somebody says they can't tell you something, because I know there's a reason why I came to you in the first place. So I hope that message gives you some comfort. But please, you might find that your lovely lady starts chatting to Pauline's lovely lady. Next thing we know, we're having another good old conversation. But I'm going to close I'm going to close Cheryl's connection and come to you, Pauline. Right, Richard, could you just bring up all the comments again, just so I know? Yes, Richard, I'm making you do some work. Come on, you're the boss man. Oh, right. So I remember things. Richard's having a little whinge. Right. Pauline's got the 4 rings. She's got the ring. She's got the 4 rings. She said about the chain. She said about the month. She said about the name Antoinette. See, I'm beating Richard when it comes up to all the comments. April you could take. The dates you could take. Margaret you could take. I'm cheating now because I know Richard and Antoinette. I was cheating then at the very end. Richard. Right, Pauline, I'd like to come and work with you. But as I said, Cheryl, please hold on to the live, because it might be other bits make sense. Right, Pauline, I need to come to you. Right, congratulations as well, because you said about son and home. Brilliant. Okay, right, this lovely lady, she's talking to me about how at the moment you're feeling a little bit stuck because you're a doer. You're a bit of a doer, and a bit like Cheryl needing to get out and do something nice for herself. It's the same for you at the moment. I'm being told that you're kind of feeling a little bit stuck emotionally or physically, because I'm being told about the green on here. So when I get green, green is a physical healing. When I see pink, that is a emotional healing. But what she's telling me about how you're a little bit stuck at the moment, and I need to give you a name, James, as well. So James has got to come in for you as well. So she's telling me, James, this lovely lady is coming in because she also wants to give you a nudge. We've got lots of nudges at the moment, but she wants to give you a nudge, because what she's saying is everybody's now starting to do what they need to do, but actually what's left for you? Because she tells me she wants to see you doing something that you enjoy. Now she's drawing me to my Pinch of Nom cookbooks. Now I'm not saying you've got Pinch of Nom cookbooks and it's cookery, but I keep getting told in the spirit world, you need to start cooking, you need to start cooking. It's like that. I want to pick up tarot cards for you, doing something spooky or something that gives you an interest, is what she's saying, because she's asking you to just do something that now gives you pleasure and enjoyment, as much as getting everybody organised. And she's laughing. Oh, I need to give you peonies. Oh my days. Peonies as a flower for her as well. And I need to give you thank you very much. And I need to give you violets, if it's not a name, violets. Okay. You're going to come and talk to me. Let me ask him to come through. Yes, I do need to. Pauline, can you take about the fact you've got his ladders? So it's something to do with him and ladders. I don't know whether he was a builder or whether he moaned about ladders. He's given me ladders. He's telling me about ladders, and I'm pretty sure he's not taking the mickey out of me about a pair of jack-up trousers, although he's talking to me that as well, about having a pair of trousers that are too short. But he keeps giving me ladders for you, Pauline. So I don't know if he was a builder, a roofer, or whether you've still got his ladders or you need something to do with a ladder, unless he's taking the mickey out of you. He is talking to me, though, about jack-ups, which is the old the phrase for the trousers being too short. He's talking to me about jack-ups, so I need to give you that as a comical thing and a laugh here for you. Okay. The keys keep getting missing. Either you keep going to the door and the keys are not where you left them, or he's moving them keys as well. He's moving them keys because he says you need to let life slow down. He's telling me to make sure that you're doing things that are good for you. So rather than getting in the keys, running around, going here, there and everywhere, he says, I'll slow you down with these keys. So he's giving me these keys. Okay. I also need to give you take that, but he's taking a mickey. Oh, you've got to start taking a mickey to me, because he went, I'm not Jason Orange at a take that. So somebody must have loved take that, or likes take that, or you like take that, because he's telling me that take that is also relevant, but he's taking a mickey out of me. No, yes, skinny legs, okay, because he's talking to me about he ain't no Jason Orange. I can't even remember what Jason Orange looked like on Take That, but I know he was a Take That person. Okay, come and talk to me. February significant for him. Birthday, party, and anniversaries. Just told me February significant for him. Okay, is there anything else? He's gone all quiet on me. And you like candles. He said, how many candles do you want? He says to me, how many candles that you want? But either you or somebody around you always makes a point that if they go into a church, they light candles for those in the spirit world. I always do it, even though I'm not a church goer. When I do visit a church, I do like to light my candles for my loved ones. But he's going, how many candles does she need? He's talking to me and he keeps drawing me to my church name. Okay, his name's Jason. Okay, because he talks to me about his candle. He's taking the mickey out of me. He's definitely taking the mickey out of me. And someone's got a thing about air fresheners as well. Or you like sage in the house, or you like cleansing the house, because he's turned around and saying, what's she trying to do? She's trying to cleanse me out of the house. It's a joke. And he's joking. It was a joke. It was like, that is a joke, he went. Because he's like, all of a sudden you're spraying around. It's like, no, I'm going to cleanse the air. I'm going to cleanse the vibes, the energy. He's like, well, she ain't getting rid of me. So he's just coming through with saying, I know about that. You're both your people in the spirit world, the lovely lady and this lovely gentleman. They are here just to give you a bit of a boost and to say that it's time to start doing things that you enjoy. The cooking part you might not enjoy, but it's time to do things that you enjoy. Okay. And I don't know who likes Chambord. I've only ever had it once, but I've got a little empty glass bottle of Chambord. I know you can put in Prosecco. I don't know where that fits in, but he's telling me about the Chambord. So somebody must like Chambord around you. Is there anything else, sir? He's just come in to say, I haven't gone anywhere. He makes a joke about you kind of wanting the house all clean and cleansed and everything else. But it doesn't mean that he skips out, is what he's just said. I don't skip out. And he's just come in just to, well, apart from the lady, they're just coming just to be nosy and just come and give in to let you know that he is around you, giving you that support. And I am going to close his and her connection down. Thank you for taking the bits of the evidence as well. Cheryl, if any of that also resonates with you, please do take it, because as I said, your loved ones do work collaboratively. Yes, I like using that word. They do work collaboratively. They can join their energies to be able to pass on messages. But Pauline, I hope he's just giving you a little bit of a giggle, because that's what he's coming for, is to give you a bit of love, light and upliftment. And somebody, oh, go on. Right. And Richard just let me know that, Rachel, you've been able to take all of it. Again, please take it. If it resonates within your head, not your heart, or wrong way around. If it resonates in your heart, not your head, please take it. Because basically what happens is when you're all commenting and we're coming on a live, you are sending your signals to the spirit world to say, loved ones, please come and talk to me. And because we're on a digital platform, they're very, very clever. They'll work with people, either yourselves have got similarities or the people in spirit world have similarities. And because they're energy, they kind of just start blending. But that's why I always say, please, if the message resonates with you within your heart, please take it. We don't stretch over our heads. If things don't resonate, which is why I actually really appreciate Cheryl come back going, I don't think this is for me, because actually that's what we look for, because that shows that there is life after life, because that message will go where it needs to go. But we don't, I was going to say make it up. We don't make messages to fit. There's a difference with us here on SPTV. We try to be as honest and authentic as possible. And with that, we're coming to the end of the evening now, aren't we, Richard? Right, Richard just agreed with me. It's so great when he does what I ask him to do. So thank you so much for coming on here. If you like me, you're welcome to come and find me. Richard kept it nice and simple. If you come and find me on Facebook, I am Heavenly Sprinkles. You can find the same on TikTok as Heavenly Sprinkles Medium. It is my face, either curly or straight hair, but you'll be able to find me. Richard said he may well go live, so on his page on TikTok. So if you look out, and you are a TikToker, look out for @SPTV UK for Richard, because he'll be hopefully going live. I'll jump on and do some moderating for him as well, because we know what Richard can be like. I hope you all have a lovely week ahead. If you are off, I hope you enjoyed your bank holiday. I will catch up with you in a fortnight. Look out for tomorrow's shows. Don't forget the app. And generally, stay in touch is what we say. So thank you to everybody. I hope you all have a lovely evening. Take care and look after yourselves. Bye.